Before we start this episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast, please go to inspireddisorder.com/shirt. Check out the new Inspired Disorder podcast shirt. Buy it. Purchase it.
It's a shirt.
It's a shirt. It covers your nipples and your belly button, as well as partially your arms, your shoulders. It's highly protective against UV rays.
And death.
Protect you against skin cancer in those areas that the shirt particularly covers. Does not protect against breast cancer, which technically covers the breasts, but
we're working on it.
Yeah, the science isn't out yet, but I thought just putting a pot leaf in the design would be enough to cure breast cancer, but I think we need to take it a step further. But help us with the research, funding by buying the shirt, inspireddisorder.com/shirt, and buy two. Buy one for the whole family. Or each person.
I was
in the
about
family.
to say that's not a big family.
Just share the shirt. All right. Also, get healthy, get in shape, get on it. Onnit. InspiredDisorder.com/Onnit. It's where you get a bunch of supplements, workout equipment, foodstuffs, all kinds of things.
Yeah, if you're into living healthy and shit like that, they got everything you need for a good, healthy body, mind, and then we can't give you a discount on the weights, but you can buy that shit there too.
Yeah. But if you want to get the supplements, you can save 10% by using our coupon code INSPIRED when you check out. Save 10% with coupon code INSPIRED. Make sure you go through our link, inspireddisorder.com/Onnit, Onnit. Go purchase supplements and make yourself healthier. And with all that said, let's get this fucker started. This is starting. I think we're starting.
We're starting.
That's how it starts.
Push it with your dick, dude.
It worked! I am Ray Taylor. I clearly don't have a regular job. I was never really into comic books growing up. Like, I was a geek.
Well, you should tell your face that, because you look exactly like
I do.
Watch the fights.
Fuck yeah, I watch the fights.
I'm Keith Spurlock.
I watch every kind of pornography.
I said,
all right, to counteract my cancer that I'm giving myself, I smoke weed after every cigarette.
What were we just fucking talking about? And this is the Inspired Disorder podcast. I'm not going to allow you to have an opinion on this just because you're wrong.
Is anyone else's podcast about like jerking off in UFC?
Look who's wearing the hat of shame now.
I don't know who.
Don't wearing it? Are you trying to cover it up?
What are you talking about?
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about, Keith. I don't know.
So if you're watching this, you can obviously see that Ray looks like a gay pride wizard.
How do you? That's true. How do you know I just didn't get attached to this hat after losing last week in the PicBet? That I'm like, you know what? My head's feeling a little cold. My hands were cold last episode, or actually, the episode coming out later in the past. It will come out in the future. We broke time, people, because I am a gay wizard. Ha sa. But yes, I lost the pick bet, is what Keith is saying.
Yeah, you didn't do a good job.
Dude, it's probably the worst performance. Worst performance either one of us have had.
Now,
didn't get skunked, thankfully.
This wasn't the actual order that they happened in, but just know that I was up 4-0.
Yeah, that the Bektik fight was my first win.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't.
No, Stasiak.
Stasiak was. Yeah. Stasiak made it no skunk, and then I had to win out.
Grant was that Stasiak Grant fight was the only one I did not pick correctly.
Yeah, it's the only one it's one of 3 that I picked correctly. But yeah. So yeah, you won it. Was that 7-4?
Yeah.
It's
pretty good score.
And we're talking about UFC 204, by the way, which was headlined by Michael Bisping and Dan Henderson for the, what is that, the middleweight?
Let's go back to the wide shot.
Yeah, it was
middleweight.
Middleweight. Middleweight title. Dan Henderson, the number 1 contender from ranked 14.
Or wherever the hell he was ranked. Hey, he almost had it a couple times. It was a hell of a fight, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, he had a really good. Yeah, we'll get to it later. Yeah, so it was UFC 204 this past Saturday, October 8th in Manchester, UK. Kind of a late Oh, it didn't finish late. It finished like around 10:30 our time. Come on now.
I like they still haven't seemed to have updated the site.
The order.
Yeah.
Let me refresh it. It could just be from last.
There we go.
Yeah. I just didn't refresh it. All right. So starting with the Fight Pass prelims. The first fight, so it was cut down to, there was one fight fell out. It was the Entwistle versus Font fight. Entwistle got sick during weight cutting. It was pulled. That fight was pulled. So starting off with Leonardo.
I believe it's
Leandro Santos versus Adriano Martins.
That is Leonardo.
Yeah. Whatever.
I can't read.
Neither can I. Boring fight. First fight is a lot of hand touchies.
A lot of
just kind of stand up, but
not
no
a lot
real,
of total strikes.
Not a whole lot of engagement
for no ground attack.
Yeah, it's a boring way to start off the card. But Leonardo Santos won it by decision. Unanimous.
And you had picked Martins.
Yeah. I thought he won. I don't know.
Who knows who won?
It was a boring fight.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next fight, which overall the card I thought was
a really
fun
good card.
That was the only boring fight, really. So we have Danny Roberts versus Mike Perry, Hot Chocolate versus Douchebag.
Platinum, I think.
Platinum Douchebag, my God's gift platinum douchebag.
And I picked Perry in this one, and I was right. It was a late TKO, third round. It was a back and forth fight. It was a good fight.
Yeah. Perry hits hard, man.
Fuck yeah.
And Roberts looked great. He was hitting Perry, but it wasn't enough to slow him down. He didn't get gassed. How hard Perry hits. It lasted to the third round.
He just terminated that shit, just fucking, and then finally got his hands on him.
Is that I don't know, man. Is that Jersey blood?
You fucking talking to me?
Yeah, but good win. Was it just a KO?
He pounded him out.
Yeah. But yeah, good win for Perry. Bad win for me, so I'm down 2-0 to start off, which is common.
Yeah,
a lot of the times that happens starting off. We're guessing a lot of times on these earlier cards. So moving on to the FS1 prelims. It was Mark Dykesi versus Lucas Sajewski. I forget how they said it.
I don't know, but yeah, they didn't emphasize the Jew right in the middle. But there is an obvious Jew right in this Sajewski.
It's kind of racist that they would ignore the Jew.
Yeah, that's dick move.
Just act like the Jew wasn't even present.
Right
in the center.
I don't care
of the whole thing going. It's right in the middle. You can't shine some light on Jews. Actually, multiple, and
they ski.
They do. I mean, we've all. Ari Shafir, he broke his leg skiing. We know Jews ski. And he is Lucas Sajewski.
Dykesi looked really good in this fight.
Yes, he did. My guy looked gassed and couldn't really do much.
No.
I mean, he had
he had
control,
a few moments, but once Dykesi got up, he held him down for a little bit. And then once he got up, it was no good for Sajewski. And like you said, he looked gassed immediately after the first takedown where the guy got up.
Yeah. So it was a late round 2 finish, but a good finish.
And I had Dykesi in that one, so 3-0.
3-0 going into Edwards, Leon Edwards versus Albert Tumenov at the same time.
And you had Tumenov.
I totally...
And I would have taken Tumenov had I had the pick.
Right.
But I didn't.
Good on you that I picked it for you.
Yes, thank you. Because Tumenov...
I made a drastic decision in the order of things picked in this last card, I think, was my fatal flaw.
Seems like all these, the British guys on this card really pulled through.
The one we were just talking about, or hot chocolate, is from the UK.
I mean,
Didn't do
needed
well at
not.
all.
No.
That's because I was thinking, I was like, yeah.
Well, I mean, he did
local
well.
Guy, he did okay. I mean, he was never really winning.
He wasn't losing badly.
He looked well,
Yeah.
even though he lost. It was a good fight, but at no point he didn't really have him rocked at all. But he was kind of anyway. Yeah. So Tumanov ended up losing it, getting submitted
In the third
rear
round.
naked choke.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. And it was just, and I was not happy. I was not happy with this. Edwards looked good though.
He did.
Yeah.
So
that's 4-0
Yeah.
now. So I'm feeling great going into this card. I'm feeling wonderful. 4-0 and we're short a fight, so it's even less.
I only need a couple more.
Less time to fucking catch up. So moving on to DeVay, or Davy Grant.
DeVay.
It's French pronunciation versus Damien Stasiak.
Stasiak.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just can't read when I need to read. Anyway, I think this was another rear naked choke. Or was this which one was the armbar that the guy rolled with? That one's later on, right? Remember, it was like armbar, triangle. He got him in a triangle, I think.
Yeah, I think that was.
That's later on. Who did I have? I had Stasiak? No.
Yeah, you had. I took Grant.
Yeah.
And
so I won this one? This is my first win?
This is your first win.
Right. I was very happy. Can't really remember he submitted him.
Yeah.
I think it's a rear naked choke. I'm pretty sure it was rear naked
I
choke.
can't totally remember that either.
Because I know there was a couple rear naked chokes. And then there was that triangle armbar thing.
I know that I was upset with Grant for ruining my streak.
Yeah.
And I gave him my confidence, and he betrayed me.
Went to the third round, and it ended on the ground. And he was definitely up on strikes, your guy.
Yeah.
But,
and he fucked me.
Once you get submitted, it's all that is there. So this isn't it. Or was this it?
That was
he
it.
got the arm.
Yeah.
That elbow. So the feature bout for the FS1 prelims, Brad Pickett versus Yuri Alcantara. You chose Alcantara.
I chose Alcantara, even though Pickett was, in his home country.
Pickett hasn't looked good though. Pickett needs to retire, and
but he's always dangerous.
Gnarly.
But yeah,
the sound of the elbow.
Oh, that thud
sounded like a baseball being hit. And then ended up going for armbar. Then it kind of transitioned. He was rolling to a triangle.
Yeah, it was
armbar. Ended up with the triangle.
So yeah, that put me up 5-1, and I'm riding high right now.
And Izzy's
the dog
very
agrees.
happy.
Yeah,
she's a traitor. Fuck you, Izzy. So Alcantara wins it for the FS1 prelims. Moving on to the main pay-per-view.
Now this is a late replacement. When we picked it,
well, this was the first fight.
Yeah, it would have been the first fight.
But they moved back.
Imagine going from the first fight on Fight Pass to the first fight on the actual pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's a big step up.
Yeah.
And
they seem to do. I mean, it was a first round finish. But I don't even remember this one.
But you chose
I chose
Bektik,
and
I had chose Kennedy, who was the original.
Oh, that's right.
And Doan was a late replacement, which I was all right with. When I saw, I was like, all right, Russell Doan, he's game.
It was
Hawaiian
a competitive
dude.
fight. Russell almost got it down.
Yeah.
But then he got his Bektik.
Yeah.
Now I'm remembering.
Now you remember that fight?
We
were going to Pun Town during this.
They helped
shit.
out. Yeah, they helped out. He got his Bektik until he was all done. So I think this was the other rear naked choke. This is all rear naked chokes except for one armbar or triangle. So Bektik wins it. I have a little bit of hope.
It's 5-2.
5-2. I have to win out to win, and there's no tying. It's just you win or lose because of fucking one of the goddamn fights. So moving on to, and I was pretty confident because it's the next ones. We have Stefan Struve, which I picked against Omielanchuk, Daniel Omielanchuk.
Struve looked really good in this fight.
Oh, he's looked ever since he figured out the heart thing. He's looked better. He's getting bigger.
Yeah,
he's
a giant.
He's done with puberty now, and he's actually.
It takes giants
developing.
a while to fully hit their stride with how big.
It looked like he was you create your own character, you enlarge him
just like
proportionally. He's like he's not like a Bigfoot where he just kind of looks awkward.
Yeah,
he's not an awkward look. He's like a proportional giant.
Yeah,
against like 6 foot, but he's against a 7 foot guy, short, stout.
Being
heavyweight.
a foot shorter than someone is a drastic difference. Imagine like a 5 foot tall girl to me.
Dude, and he's heavy. I mean, Struve has to cut down, where Omielanchuk, I mean, he's probably just whatever he weighs in at.
Probably.
Yeah. So it's like, it was just the kicks, everything he was throwing.
He was on point. I mean,
he got hit a few times, though.
he hit him a few times, but Struve walked through most of it and got him with the submission.
Yeah, yeah. It was a
Darce
good
choke.
Struve. Yeah, I think Struve's gonna be. That's
but
one of those
you
heavyweights.
picked Struve,
yeah.
so now,
So
it's 5-3.
5-3. I'm feeling I'm not feeling better, but I'm
and you
confident.
got OSP in this next one.
I'm confident. Although it's
I chose Jimmy Manawa.
Yeah, when you see Manawa walking out, you're like, all right. So yeah, it's Ovince Prue versus Jimmy Manawa for the next fight. I didn't even think he went to round 2. I thought that was a first round finish, but it was a crazy fucking KO.
Yeah,
he had him like super wobbled, kind of grabbed the cage to stand back up, and then it's just like he got hit on the temple. And
he
just
did
like
that weird like fucking
down.
land on his leg like Crow Cop after Gonzaga kicked him in the fucking head.
I think Rashad landed weird when he got knocked out too
By Machida.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right on the cage. But yeah, OSP got knocked the fuck out by Manawa.
And I picked Manawa as an upset.
It looked pretty good. I mean, it was a competitive fight.
It was.
Up until, I think the second round, Manawa just started to turn up and, was connecting a lot more. Definitely connected about twice as much as OSP. But,
it was
good
a
win
fun
for
fight.
Manawa. Yeah. It was a crazy knockout.
So we're just getting pretty much finish after finish after finish.
So that one gives you a win.
Yep.
Which, did that lock it for you?
Yep, that was 6.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to.
No, I had to. Yeah.
No, yeah, I locked it up, so I didn't have to care about the last two.
The last two.
Because I wanted Mousasi to win, and you had picked Mousasi.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the co-main Vitor Belfort versus Gegard Mousasi. I guess this is a fight that was supposed to happen before.
Yeah.
But never did. And Mousasi's young as shit, but that was his 40th win, I think, in fighting, which is crazy. But it was a pretty dominant. It was like kid versus dad bod guy.
I mean, Vitor had a couple moments, but it was Gegard all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though it took him into the second round.
I mean, look at the strike differences. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, for 2 rounds or 1.5 rounds.
Once he got him hurt, he just he probably threw 50 of those punches in the barrage that fucking...
Well, he was throwing a lot of combos and stuff.
Yeah.
But, Belfort looked like just... Ever since, the whole no more TRT, it's been Vitor dad bod. And he did not look good. Mousasi looked good.
Yes.
Good win.
So locked it down with that, or no, that was
So it's already locked in.
You had picked Mousasi.
Yeah. I was glad. I was just like, I want to get at least. I wanted to try and win. Just to make it not a horrible loss. The more wins, the better. Even though it's overall loss. So the main event, Michael Bisping versus Dan Henderson. For the.
I picked Bisping.
You did. You surprised me with that.
Yeah.
Because I just assumed you were going to go Henderson, so I was like, I'll just let you choose that one.
I
and then I'll
wanted
get
Henderson to win so bad, and he almost did.
The first round, he looked great. He knocked Bisping down a few times with that same right hand. He just missed. Like, there's pictures of that second shot after he knocked him down where he missed and hit the canvas. So it could have finished in that first round.
Gave him a darling of an eye pussy.
Yeah. Second round, Bisping looked good for most of it. Got caught again towards the end.
Again, dropped him. Almost finished him again.
But then the last 3 rounds were all Bisping. Henderson hit him a
still,
few times,
yeah,
but
still
it
land
was
here and there.
There was no power behind it, so it was like one punch he lands to every 10 punches and kicks that Bisping was landing. So,
I think it was a great. I mean, even though he didn't win, I think Henderson went out on a shield in the best way. He didn't. I mean,
it wasn't an easy
die
win.
gas out.
Yeah.
If you took a picture of those two after the fight and you didn't see the fight, and I go, who won this fight? Yeah. You go, well, obviously the guy whose face looks like mashed potatoes did not win that fight.
Some people don't. Like, you see the Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen the first time.
His face, Anderson looked fine.
Even though getting busted up on the ground for 5 rounds, basically.
He was just rolling with it well. He didn't get cut up. But
and people just don't get cut. You know, like Bisping's taking a bunch of damage. His face is pretty weathered, you know, so he cuts open pretty easily. But I mean, he got hit with fucking monster shots,
bombs.
But Bisping's fucking he takes shit. He's not like he hasn't been in wars, and he's got great cardio and put together a bunch of combinations to keep the belt around his waist.
If I'm him though, I don't feel that good about this one. I mean, any win you're gonna feel good about, but
who, Bisping?
Yeah, he should.
Why? He got the win back.
This was supposed
to 5-round war.
This was supposed to be a fight, an easy fight for him. Out of anyone in that division.
No, not necessarily.
Out of anyone in that division,
Henderson's not. You can never say Henderson's supposed to be an easy fight.
No, but out of it, everyone felt like this was because you're taking someone who's ranked 14th. Who
you got to think about the person he won the belt from. It's like you can't assume any fight's going to go one way or another.
Yeah.
You know, he could have fucking laid out Henderson. I mean, anything could happen. Because Henderson's chin isn't what it used to be, and he was getting caught, but not enough. But I don't think
good fight overall.
I mean, I think he's fucking. First off, he has a belt after a fucking crazy career, more wins now than any fighter in UFC history. He has more than because he was tied with GSP. And with that, he puts him over most wins in UFC history. And it took him forever to get the belt. And his first title defense against his biggest loss. I mean, he lost to a split decision against Rashad when he was light heavyweight. Close decision. Henderson was a clear knockout. And then they both had fucking salty careers.
Yeah.
You know? And it's nice to see Henderson get this as the last fight. You know, maybe get to knock him out again or whatever. I mean, it's one of his most iconic knockouts was against Bisping, and Bisping got to get it back. It's like Conor, you know, he wanted to knock Diaz out, but went to a war. He survived it, was able to win enough rounds. So I think it's good. I mean, I'm sure he'd prefer not to have like a fucked up face and
look like fucking Sloth from the Goonies by the end. But
he's already he's lost an eye in this sport, and he's fucking one-eyed champion. It's ridiculous that it's. But yeah, I don't know. All the other fights aren't going to be good for him.
He just also fought a grandfather.
True. I mean, but Bisping's not like super young either, and Bisping's taking a lot
still
of
like 10 years younger.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Henderson's is an old man. Henderson's as old as fucking what's his face looks. Although he might be, I don't know how old. Belfort. Like Henderson should have more of a dad bod.
I even think Belfort's like 39.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, Henderson's what, like 47, 46?
46 or 47.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bisping, they got Jacare versus Rockhold. And then Weidman versus Romero. And then, so who knows what they'll do. in the meantime. They still might set up. Well, I guess that's a different weight class. Yeah, I don't know, man. But good win for Bisping. Good fight for Henderson, who retired after.
He'll be back.
I've heard that he might go to like Ryzen to do a rematch with like Fedor or something like that. He might just try and set up money fights outside.
Yeah, but was that his last fight on his contract?
That I don't know.
If not, he can't do that.
They release people sometimes. You know,
they would never do that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They might do that. They released Shale. You know, if they have a good relationship, they haven't done it to everybody, but. Yeah, I don't want to see him in the UFC anymore. I think he should be retired. Fucking retire. You don't need to. You're good, man. You're old as fuck. Unless you want to do like Ryzen against, like you want to set up some fucking,
fight Vanderlei
whatever
again or fucking.
Well, it's against Fedor is what I heard, to set up a rematch between those guys. But it's like do that if you want to do that, but I think you should just stay retired.
I do too. But fucking great career. Fucking
for sure. Yeah.
Legend.
Yep.
I got to see him fight Anderson Silva live. It was awesome. So.
Yep.
Good on you, Dan.
For sure.
I say we don't do picks for the next one yet.
No, because there's not a fight for a couple weeks. So I think on the 30th is a Sunday. We'll record a pick bet for that next week. And cover whatever news has happened, whatever things change. But yeah, we're not going to. Because that could easily change.
Someone's dropping out of something.
And it's only it's an Ultimate Fighter Latin America finale. So it's going to be a whatever card most likely.
Yeah.
But there's some fights. Here, I think I have the schedule up. There's like a couple days where there's fights on the same day. Yeah, here we go. There's 2 fight nights. On November 19th. Then there's December 9th and 10th. There's fights right after each other. So there's going to be a bunch of fight talks coming up. But we probably won't do one until the next pick bet at the end of the month for everybody listening or watching. Unless some crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we might bring it up on another episode or something like that, but we won't do a UFC fight talk episode. All right. Well... Good win, Keith.
I just want everyone to see my trophy.
Yeah, here, I'll get a closer. Well, you can do that too.
That's me holding the trophy.
Yep. This is my hand right here, which is not holding the trophy.
And this is me moving the trophy because it's my trophy because I'm fucking awesome.
Sure. So until next time, everybody. What am I doing? We're not leaving yet. A fucking idiot. DraftKings, people. Make some money on
Don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, don't be like me, an idiot. Don't wear the gay wizard. Whatever. Go to DraftKings. SpiderSword.com/DraftKings. They have fantasy sports betting on MMA, football, all the sports. And all the sports are going pretty much right now.
There's a lot of sports right now.
Yeah, although no fights until next month, beginning of next month. But DraftKings.com, SpiderSword.com/DraftKings. Go sign up, make some money. Go through our link and support the podcast. Make some money and support the podcast at the same time. Also, holidays are coming up. Get 30 days free Amazon Prime service. So that's free 2-day shipping on a lot of shit. They got streamable movies, TV shows, music, all kinds of other features, including a new partnership with Twitch. So go check out all the benefits that you get with your 30-day free Amazon Prime subscription. SpiderDisorder.com.
I'd say that's a prime deal.
/Prime. It is Prime. It's a it's a good name for their service. It's better than like Platinum or God's Gift. So get your 30-day free Amazon Prime, SpiderSword.com/Prime. Get it for the holidays, and make sure you shop through our Amazon link at SpiderSword.com/Amazon if you already have Prime. Buy all your holiday gifts. And before we go, That is Keith Spurlock. 1 on Twitter. I'm Ray Taylor. I already stopped. I already hit record, done, and then my brain is shut off. I'm Ray Taylor. Follow the show on Facebook, Inspired Disorder Podcast on Facebook, as well as Inspired Disorder on YouTube to watch all the shows and the clips and all of those things. And now, until next time.
See you later, people.
Woo!
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Disorder Podcast. Embedded signals within this podcast have reprogrammed your natural thinking patterns. Side effects may include lack of inhibitions, erectile dysfunction, anal leakage, transcendental communication with beings from 4 of the 7 primary dimensions. In the event of a tear in space-time, please keep your hands down and feet together. Any loss of life or limbs due to interdimensional travel is not the responsibility of this podcast.